Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Lovin Dubai show. And as always, we're bringing you the top and most trending news in the UAE. And our top story for today is Dubai firm apologizes for false UAE golden visa claims.
The architect behind the Bourj Arab first drew the idea on a napkin.
And Dubai and Abu Dhabi airports rank among world's best for food and shopping.
Also, an Abu Dhabi man was fined 7,000 dirhams for verbal online abuse.
And in today's rapid weather report, it's mostly sunny with temperatures ranging from 29 to 38 Celsius.
Exciting.
Exciting, but something else was exciting.
What?
4th of July parties.
Well,
I mean, we're not in the US,
Yeah.
so we're in Dubai. But if there's drama, best believe it's going to be international and global.
actually, it's just going to be in the US mainly.
Listen, okay, it reached
So
my TikTok For
dramatic.
You page.
So what happened?
So this is this story, okay?
Okay.
Let me tell you. So there was this lady,
Okay.
okay? She recently moved to this new neighborhood, okay? But she knows one person in that neighborhood, which is her son's best friend's mother. Okay.
Okay.
And the mother invited her to this neighborhood gathering thing
Block
for
party
celebration,
sort of a thing.
Yeah, like a plate party. Like everyone gets their own dish party. I think. They
Oh,
call it, right?
potluck.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Okay, but it was a celebration for 4th of July.
Okay.
So she walks in. She's a bit shy. You know, she's new to the neighborhood. That's her, by the way, the lady on the right. Okay.
Okay.
And this is what happens. Someone walks in and tells her, "Are you not going to introduce yourself?" She already said hi. They were so annoyed that claiming that she walked in unannounced. So they kicked her out of the party.
Ouch.
Yes, and they actually made a response, by the way. They're like, "We're not a mean person," but at the same time confirming what she said.
I just feel like that's so anti the idea of a party, no?
Yeah.
The idea of a party is that you bring in your friends, you bring in people, and
bring in
like
people.
unless it was a specifically mentioned closed gathering, but then you
Yeah.
hold it in a closed space.
And it's a party, it's a 4th of July celebration. So it's not supposed to be like very exclusive and a number of invitees. And it's a normal neighborhood party. Like you're not having
Yeah.
like a big major by the chair number
Yeah.
party and paying. No, it's just, she brought a dish, by the way. She was very friendly.
You know, Arabs
You never
and
treat a guest-
Asians would never.
They would never thank
Would
you.
never do that. It's so ingrained in our culture that anybody comes in, you adjust and make space for them. Even if you starve, you make sure they're fed.
Exactly,
Things
that's
like that.
so true. We never had that type of culture, by the way.
Yeah.
And especially since, by the way, it happens so many times to me. Sometimes I'd have a house gathering and my friend would just bring another friend with her.
Yeah.
I would never question. I would never say, "Why'd you invite her?" Just like, you're very welcoming. Just say, "This is how you're supposed to be, okay? This is how you're supposed to act." Hi. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Nice to meet you. Anika, what's your name?
Did you just move to the neighborhood?
Oh, wait. Why would I come to your party and ask what's your name? My bad. I just moved to the neighborhood. Yes.
Welcome. Oh my God, thank you so much for the dish.
Oh my God, it's so exciting to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
That's it. That's
I
how you're
feel
supposed to
so
act.
warm and welcome. Oh my God. But I do feel like this whole, it's becoming a trend, you know. Not a trend. It's always been a thing. But I think because of social media, I think I'm becoming more aware of how society just loves to exclude.
Yeah, I think.
I feel like everyone is so keen on making sure another person feels like an outsider.
Yeah, I think we're moving towards individualism a little bit.
We're already there, I think.
Swerving
It's-
away from communities and close-knit communities.
Yeah, but I mean, I remember seeing this podcast. Trevor Noah does a podcast called What Now? And in that, he was speaking about. There's some like
Yeah, there's
weird
some
sound here.
constructions, I think.
Okay, yeah, but he was speaking about this disappearance of third culture spaces, third party spaces, third culture spaces. I forgot the name,
Yeah.
but it's basically spaces where people can just come together for the sake of coming together. Like you know how, like now people are kind of, it's like badminton courts, not badminton courts, like parks.
Ah, okay.
Public spaces to just, hold
Gather.
block parties, gather with the community.
Yes.
Those spaces are kind of disappearing. This is in the US he's talking
Yeah.
about, not particularly here.
Yeah, I feel like here,
I
like
feel
they're
like
creating
here-
community groups.
Yeah,
They're
we're
starting
still
to yeah.
we're still creating those, because there was a time when there was like this
Nothing.
increase in the loneliness
Yeah.
epidemic in Dubai, and then I remember actually Sheikh Hamdan started this whole app.
Yeah.
This app and a website.
Like a
I forgot
community.
the name.
Yeah.
But yeah, it basically allows you to look together at
Like
come
like-minded
together as a
communities.
community.
Yes,
Yeah.
like cycling, sports, paddles. And there are a lot of Instagram groups, by the way. There's Sabaya Circle groups, like Hive.
Yes.
There's Fam Dubai.
Yes.
There's so many.
And there's actually quite inclusive when you go there as
Super
a
nice.
first timer. Everybody is smiling at you. Everybody is like
Yeah.
eager to chit chat with you. You don't really feel left out unless like there's an internal, of course.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the right place, but yeah.
I think because everyone has the same feeling, like they recently moved to this country, they're trying to find people, they're trying to find their people, they're away
Yeah.
from their families.
Yeah,
So why not make friends family? They need to learn
they need to learn.
from our manners. But let's jump into our first story.
Yes. So our first story for today, Dubai firms apologize for false UAE golden visa claims. So a Dubai-based private group company, Rayad Group, that's a visa advisory company, has issued a public apology claiming full responsibility for spreading incorrect information about a lifetime golden visa guarantee by the UAE government for certain nationalities. This was for Indians and Bangladeshis in particular.
So in their statement, they read, and we apologize unreservedly for public confusion caused by recent reports and commentary, and we take full responsibility for ensuring future communications are clear, accurate, and consistent with the UAE's regulations frameworks. These statements did not accurately reflect our intentions or scope of services or the limitations of our authority in relation to the UAE Golden Visa Program. To retaliate with full clarity, no guaranteed visa, fixed price program, or lifetime UAE residency product currently exists. And the Rayad Group does not offer support or participate or endorse any such arrangement. Due to the confusion caused, the Rayad Group is discontinuing private advisory services for golden visas.
Yeah.
So
I
my
mean,
question is,
I think it's big on the company.
it's big on the company to come out and to admit that they
Yeah.
were at fault, but my question is, how is this a way to try to get people to use their program, to come to them, to try to get golden visas, like to trap people in?
There's a good chance. There's a good chance that, I mean, it could have started out as a marketing thing, but if I'm not wrong, there was a whole statement by the VFS Global, that's the people who manage the visa services. So VFS Global actually issued a statement also confirming that these golden visas were happening, and you just have to bring 100,000 dirhams and you're all set. That's 23 lakhs.
Yeah.
So it is a little upsetting, I would say, that this whole thing happened.
Because
But
I think it got headlines, because it's such a big story,
yeah,
like imagine.
it floated around for a day or two, and
Yeah.
so many visa and travel influencers came up and were talking about it.
Yeah, but that's the thing, because I think they did not think that's gonna like blow out of proportion, or for it to reach headlines in India or anywhere else here in the UAE. But it's big of them to.
I mean,
Address
you
it,
have
like,
to
2 days
you
later.
have to realize you're selling a beautiful place to live.
A dream.
Everybody wants to be part of
You're
Dubai.
selling a dream.
Exactly. So you can't put out a story like that and think no one's going to act on
Pick it up,
or
yeah.
try to find any way to come to Dubai, because everyone wants to come to Dubai.
But it's very risky of them to do it, but big of them to apologize.
Yes,
so,
honestly, yeah. Good job. Good job.
So
Moving on to a little more idealistic story, per se. So, the architect behind the Bourj Arab first drew the idea on a napkin. So, in case you didn't know, Dubai's iconic landmark, the only 7-star hotel in the world, started from a napkin at the Chicago Beach Hotel. In 1993, British architect Tom Wright saw a dhow, that's the traditional Arabian sailing vessel, sailing away from Dubai while he was at the Chicago Beach Hotel. So this inspired him to create a building shaped like the billowing sail of the dhow. Now, this impromptu sketch on a napkin captured the essence of Dubai's maritime heritage while embodying the futuristic vision of the city.
So Wright's sail-inspired concept was immediately embraced by Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, who wanted an unmistakable landmark that would rival the grandeur of the Sydney's Opera House or Paris Eiffel Tower, and so began the construction of the hotel on an artificial island 280 meters offshore.
The Bourj Arab was finally opened on December 1st, 1999, and it cost 1 billion dirhams when it opened. That's a 3.67 billion in today's conversion rate. I'm not sure what it would have been like that.
But it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
I can't believe.
So fascinating.
Right? But I always want to understand the mindset of an artist. What do you mean you can just draw things on a napkin?
I mean, it's like it comes naturally, right? So if you are a writer, you just write it, and for you it feels like no effort, but to another person who's maybe more mathematically inclined, they're like, I don't know how you do it. But then I'm just like, but I don't know how you calculate so quickly.
That's so true.
So it's just your skills and your strengths. Yeah.
What are your talents?
I write.
Talented writer.
I sing a little bit.
Really? That's new.
Sometimes.
I never knew you could
in
sing.
the washroom.
Do you have a good voice?
I think it's an okay voice.
Okay, that's good.
Because
I'm not going to put you on the spot.
My mom used to she used to put me for music classes, so I had to train in music since I was a kid. There's this type of Indian music called Carnatic music.
Yeah.
So
what is it?
It's basically, you know how you have the do re mi's.
Yeah.
In India,
do,
it becomes
re, mi,
yes.
Yeah.
So in India, that becomes the sa re ga. So. But Carnatic music is like a variation. But the Indian music is divided into Hindustani music, Carnatic music.
Cute,
and
okay.
I studied Carnatic music comes more from the south. I think, I'm not sure. I'm not that much of an expert. But yeah, I learned a little bit of the Carnatic music. And then, I think you sing a lot in church. You sing in the choir. You sing in competitions at church. So that was basically where I got my music practice.
Writer and a singer. Songwriter.
Oh my God. What's your talent, Masa?
I have no talent.
Of course you do.
No, I don't.
I know you're very into fashion. Fashion is it's not an easy skill.
Yeah, by the way, thank you so much.
It is not an
Appreciate
easy
that.
skill.
I love finding good fashion options and deals and clothes. I love shopping. I think this is an addiction more than a talent, though.
No. Because if you watch Desperate Housewives,
I love Desperate Housewives.
So Gloria loves shopping.
Yeah,
and
she does.
I
relate to
she
her.
ends up making a whole career for herself out of that. So
yeah, that's true. She
I
becomes
feel
like a designer, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Not a designer. She becomes a shopping assistant.
Oh yeah, she
Kind of
does.
something.
But she becomes a shopping assistant. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then towards. Let's not spoil it for people who didn't watch it.
But yeah, basically, I just think we're so used as a society to have basic habits, basic hobbies like writing, singing, dancing, reading.
Yeah.
Those are supposed to be your basic hobbies. But you're in a generation now where your hobbies will evolve. So like fashion, being good at social media.
Thank you.
I don't know, paddle, squash. All of these things are also so important.
Thank you so much, Annika. I feel heard and seen. I thought because I get shamed for my shopping addiction. Someone says everyone has a talent. Chris, everyone has a talent. Then
Yes.
I'd consider my fashion and shopping addiction a talent.
Well, if you phrase it as a shopping addiction, it doesn't become a talent. But maybe a taste in fashion, a sort of good at fashion, that's a talent. Good at fashion. Because her fashion is always on point.
Oh, thank you.
Her style is always on point. So she is really good at this.
What is your talent, Chris?
Chris says yes. Oh, we have people watching from Mexico and West Texas.
Hello.
Wow, we're going global.
Hello, Mexico.
But
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's very inspiring. I love the story of the Bourj Arab.
Yeah, it's a nice story.
Because my favorite question
Iconic,
to
I love
ask
it.
people when I first meet them, when I first meet them in Dubai, at least, is because Dubai is so the land of architecture. My first question to ask is, if you could be a building in Dubai, which building would you be?
Definitely Bourj Arab.
That's my
Expensive.
building.
Working so hard every night and day, and now we get the payback. Love it.
Burj Al Arab.
Yes.
Why? Oh, because it's expensive?
Yes.
Okay.
What is yours?
Mine is also the Burj Al Arab.
Why?
But it was more like because I just felt like it's a bit, for me, the Burj Al Arab is a lady, and in my head it's like
okay.
she's a lady who just stands and she looks like she's standing and just waiting, looking at the ocean for something.
Ah, okay.
So
too symbolic. Like you're making me sound so bad.
no. You're fine. It's expensive is also great. It is the only 7-star hotel in the world. And I think after I heard this particular story about the Burj Al
7
Arab,
stars. I am 7.
stop rating yourself, Masa.
Anyways,
But yeah.
what has a good rating is Dubai and Abu Dhabi airports. So
Yes.
they were ranked among world's best for food and shopping. So Dubai and Abu Dhabi airports have landed top spots globally for their dining and shopping experiences. So Dubai International Airport DXB was ranked #1 worldwide, scoring an impressive 9.1 out of 10 for its restaurant and retail options, while Zayed International Airport scored the 6th spot with a solid 8.7 out of 10. And at DXB, travelers can indulge at places like Flower Plus Stones, Chogu, Capitur, and shop at like Nike, Candylicious.
Over at Abu Dhabi, favorites included Todd English Pub and Market, Arabica, the Meat District, and luxury stores like Off-White and Golden Goose. Now, these rankings are part of AirHelp's 2025 Global Report, which also placed Dubai and Abu Dhabi among the top 20 best airports in the world overall, ranking 18th and 19th respectively. Interesting.
Do you ever eat at Dubai airport?
Yes, actually, so I'm someone who always loves to go very early to the airport. Even if I do my online check-in, I'm still there at the airport 3 hours earlier.
It's fun to...
Especially if you're in an airport like Dubai airport, it is so fun to be there because there's so... Actually, I think I don't go early enough to the Dubai airport.
Yeah,
I feel like there's so much to do.
I know. I love shopping there.
Every time I go, I'm just like, oh my God, next time I come, I have to do this and I have to do that.
Yeah.
I have to get a foot massage. I have to go shopping. I want to try this restaurant.
Foot massage?
Yeah, they have like special kiosks where they like massage your feet. They give you like a mini spa before you get on planes because they know that you walk around so much at the airport to like figure out things.
I never knew that existed.
And
look at me, just duty-free coffee, food, and an airplane.
No, you're doing it wrong.
I'm doing it wrong.
There's a whole luxe way of doing things.
Really?
Yeah. There's so much. There's so much. It's so amazing. I love the Dubai airport. But I'm not sure if I feel the same way about the Abu Dhabi airport. It's beautiful.
I like it. You know why I like Abu Dhabi airport? Because it's
not
usually
crowded. Yeah, I agree. If you want like a less crowd, that sort of a thing, I love the Abu Dhabi airport. But I feel like, so I landed into the Abu Dhabi airport with my sister. We were coming from Armenia. So my sister and I met in Armenia to travel around, and then sister was coming from India, right? And then after that, she was coming to Dubai on a US visa.
Okay.
Because she has a US visa, and so she was coming to Dubai, and in Dubai, if we had landed in Dubai, obviously it's so quick, right? I could have just gotten through the smart gates and I would have come in, and she would have to just stop there at the immigration, pay the amount that she needs to pay. That's like I think 200.
Okay.
If you have a US visa, if you don't have a UAE resident visa, but you can still come in on a US visa, and she would have just come in. But the Abu Dhabi airport, I felt like we had to wait. And I know this is very privileged. Like you just, I'm so sorry you had to wait.
You had to wait.
But I'm so spoiled being in Dubai. But But yeah, we had to wait for like a good half an hour or so. We're just standing there and staring. And
God.
they don't accept cash payments. They only accept card payments. But okay, understandable.
But you
though.
managed.
But we managed. But
She got out.
We got out. And the staff were very helpful.
How long did you
Very
have
nice
to wait?
staff. Around 30, 40 minutes, I think.
Spoiled.
It was hard.
This just screams spoiled.
You just said you're 7 stars, Masa. And you just said you're expensive.
You told me to have a talent. Okay. Anyways, moving on to something that you should not be doing. An Abu Dhabi man was fined 7,000 dirhams for verbal online abuse. So a man in Abu Dhabi has been ordered to pay 7,000 dirhams in compensation after verbally abusing a woman during a phone call and then sending her audio clips via social media. The Abu Dhabi Family Civil and Administrative Cases Court ruled in favor of the woman who filed a criminal complaint and civil lawsuit requesting 30,000 for the emotional distress she endured.
She also sought a reimbursement for legal expenses and lawyers' fees. Based on Article 292 and 293(1) of the Civil Transactions Law, which mandate compensation for harm caused to others, the court found the man liable and awarded 7,000 dirhams in damages. The verdict reinforces that verbal and online abuse carry legal consequences and that digital harassment is taken seriously under UAE law. Interesting. Don't be mean on chat.
Don't be mean. Don't be
Be
mean.
mean face to face.
No.
Like a boss.
No. No. That goes against what we're saying. No. Take that back right now.
I thought, okay, fine. Take it back. I take it back.
Take it back.
You know what? I feel like you should be mean. Just
Inside your
like,
head.
You should.
Inside your head.
I feel like sarcasm is a good way to get away with being mean.
What?
Sarcasm.
Sarcasm? So like undertone kind of.
Yeah, like passive aggression. Like slide it in.
You understand that too well. Do you?
Yeah.
I am like a lot of people told me I am passive aggressive.
Yeah.
But I'm learning. Why'd you agree? Why did you agree?
I feel it.
You're not supposed to agree. You're supposed to say no. I'm venting to you right now.
No, Masa, you're not passive aggressive
Thank
at
you.
all. You're so amazing. Everybody loves you.
Thank you. So I'm learning to
So 101, okay, this is lesson 101 on how to go about being passive aggressive. You get away with fines.
No, you don't get away with fines. What we're trying to say is like don't do that at all.
Yeah, in
That's not-
general. Yeah. I mean, yes. Full disclosure. Like, please do not.
Do not do that. Do not insult people. That's very rude.
Yes.
If
Especially online, and this is not the first case of
Not the first case.
first instance of this happening. A lot of times, people have taken screenshots of someone abusing them on chat and gone to the Dubai courts, and it has been used to
Exactly.
punish and fine people. So please be
it's
careful.
not tolerated at all. If you feel like you have a problem, best thing to do is just block each other.
Block, block, block.
Block your what she said. But don't insult people online. Like, if you have anger issues, solve it somewhere. Do not insult people online. Do not call. Do not send threatening messages. That's very scary. And
Oh,
the
yeah.
law
Oh, my
will
God.
always be in the favor of the person receiving such messages or
Yes.
calls. And this brings us to the end of the Lovin Dubai show. We have a very interesting show tomorrow. We're going to be joined by Chef Noel. We're going to
Oh
be
my
trying
God.
the ube chocolate.
I'm so excited. This is the creator behind the Dubai chocolate
Exactly.
recipe. So he was on Shark Tank a while ago. So tomorrow's
Yes.
show is one you just do not want to miss. Very
We're going to
exciting.
taste it ourselves, and not just that, we're going to give giveaways. So you'll be the first to try it as well. So we're going to have giveaways. So you have to join the show tomorrow. It's going to be super exciting, and we're going to go behind the man who developed this Dubai chocolate.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Exactly, the legend. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.